Chicago's mayor just said he's leading a rebellion against the President of the United States. And that's not a metaphor, guys. His exact words on MSNBC were, and I quote, "I am doing a rebellion." This is the same Brandon Johnson who declared Chicago an ICE-free zone, and now he's bragging about defying federal law. And troops from Texas are already in the city protecting ICE facilities after weeks of violence and chaos, and this mayor is calling that tyranny. So here's the question. Should a city mayor be allowed to lead an open rebellion against the Republic's commander-in-chief? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because what happens next will change everything for our nation. Let's go ahead and break this down. So my name is Tom. I'm with the Daily Beltway. I'm also a White House correspondent for the Next News Network. And folks, we're a growing channel, and every like, comment, and subscription helps us grow. Even I voted for this in the comment or a thumbs up helps tremendously. So we're going to go ahead and check this out. It's Brandon Johnson saying that he's going to do a rebellion and calling Trump an authoritarian. Check this out.
This is not about immigration. This is about a president who wants to enact authoritarianism in this country, where the rule of law doesn't apply to him and to one individual alone. And that's why I'm doing everything in my power to defend the people of this city and to lead a resistance that, quite frankly, is desperately needed to protect our democracy and our humanity.
The White House claims, this president claims, that it's the residents of this city that need protection from the federal.
You know, Mayor Lightfoot was a terrible mayor for Chicago, but before she left, she said that you guys are going to miss me. When you have Brandon Johnson, you are going to miss me. She wasn't wrong. So that was the mayor of one of America's largest cities proudly announcing he's rebelling against the President of the United States. And I want you to think about that for a second. President Trump sent National Guard troops to Illinois to protect ICE officers who were being attacked by mobs outside of federal buildings. And these aren't soldiers patrolling neighborhoods. They're defending federal agents who have been, left to fend for themselves. And instead of cooperating, Mayor Johnson declared war on the rule of law. He's calling it a resistance. The guy's a communist. And Johnson signed an executive order banning ICE from using city-owned property for operations like libraries, schools, and even parking lots. And that's not civil disobedience. That's the clinical definition of obstruction. And while Johnson grandstands on MSNBC, protesters are clashing with troops in Broadview. Federal officers are being targeted, but you won't see that on CNN or the New York Times covering that part, guys. You're going to see organizations like, Daily Beltway, Next News, and the conservative-leaning ones that are actually showing the truth. But here's the part that they never expected. By framing Trump's enforcement of immigration as authoritarianism, Johnson just admitted, who the left really fears, and that federal power actually works. His so-called rebellion isn't about protecting Chicago, it's about preserving political control. He's using illegal immigrants as political pawns, while his own city suffers record debt, failing schools,